What up, y'all? It's time for Volume 1 of the Flow Foundation. What is the Flow Foundation? The Flow Foundation is the foundation we are going to build off to create our flow. By the end of this series, we want you flowing like nobody's business. But before you can own your mace, you need to own your body. Follow me through these unique steps to start your flow. Time to start step 1. Alright guys, we're going to bring our right leg forward and plant it into the ground. Now I'm trying to create structures here. You'll notice how my knees are lined up with my ankles. All the way from my spine down into my knee, we've got another straight line. Alright guys, we're going to advance this a little bit. I want you to make sure everything's straight, and then we're going to change it up. My lead leg is going to push forward, my rear leg is going to push back. That way I can load my legs into the ground and spring up. Guys, in all our positions that we work on, we're going to try and plant ourselves into the ground, spring up. Time for step 2. We're going to go into a lateral lunge. Now, guys, this is a tricky one. Not so much the effort, but the intent. Notice how my leg is straight all the way into my hip. My hip goes to my knee and right underneath my foot. Now, the hard part here is to keep those hips forward. Notice how my hips are tucked in. And my spine is nice and straight. The lateral lunge, y'all. On to step 3, the back step. Guys, this is just like step 1. We're going to step back and try to create some lines. Make sure you keep that knee under your rear end. Get your calf parallel to the ground. Easy money. Step 4 is going to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to step, cross, and back, stepping our heel behind us and away. Cross and back. Guys, this is a hard position to hold, especially with a mace in you, so take extra time to keep your knee under your butt. Keep your spine as straight as can be and work within your range. Guys, you don't need to hit the floor with this one. On to step 5. We're going to combine steps 1 to step 2. Guess which one? 3. You're right. And 4. Now you'll notice that all the steps connect, but do they flow? In this example, I'm going to take time to be random with my steps. Really just moving from side to side, back to front, and whichever angle comes my way. Once we've done that, we should probably do it with both sides. Now, don't try to create the same steps. Try and create new pathways. Now, don't just get into position, own the shit out of it. Meaning, create some lines, find structure into the floor. On this next example, we are going to come up into tree stance, bringing our knee nice and high before we select a step. This is a step I do 90% of the time. There is also a low load, meaning I'm staying low. As if I'm in a really short house. Even more difficult to keep those straight lines, especially in that spine. Do your best, y'all. We should get that left side too. I like to call these tall. 3. Tall. 2. Low 4. Low 1. Low 3, and so on. Repeat after me. When in doubt, pivot it out. This is a fancy one. I'm going to hit my forward step and pivot into my 2-step. Pivot back into my 1-step. 2 and 1. Now, guys, this will really open up your flow because it'll allow you to move in any direction. From going my lateral into my cross back step into a pivot. Now, most pivots are simple quarter turns. There are advanced 180-degree turns, and there are 360s. Now that we have all the tools, there's only one thing left to do: flow. Trying to combine all the steps I've learned, my forward step, my back step, my lateral lunge, my cross back step. And I'm going to just move in whatever direction I want. I'll take some time here to freely flow. Now, guys, if you want to use what I'm doing as a template, feel free. Just keep in mind, you are an individual, and there's strength in that. As much as I would like you to copy me and use my flows as a guide, the ultimate goal here is for you to find your flow. Your background, your experiences will all tell stories about the way you flow. Take your time, create lines. Godspeed, good vibes.